Hello, everybody. Welcome to Max. Everything is broken stream. Also, still a bit of an echo, but hey, I have plans for that in the future. And it's also Dudley. Look at Dudley. Dudley's still mostly a good boy. He just doesn't want to be in my lap for some reason. And I don't really like him being very much on the desk because it's kind of like a chaos build. Woo! I mean, look at this. Look at all this mess. It is a mess. Look at all these pieces. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He's so adorable. Hello there, Dudley. Hello. Hi, Chris Kid. So, anyways, welcome in, guys. Let's see who else I got. Christoph. Hello, Christoph. Eternity is so bald I can see through the wig. That is just CJ. That name just gets me. That's pretty hilarious. And he's not bald. He's a good guy. You shouldn't pick on him so much. So yeah, this is the second stream in the new place. Com, it has been forever. So Com, I will show you this because you missed it the last time. So this is kind of the new place, the new studio. Um, oh no, I can't configure it this time. Oh no, I can't adjust it for some reason. Okay, there we go. So I'll go ahead and so as you can see, I have been a little busy here. The top shelf, that does have, what is it? It's Rivendell on top and then Helm's Deep. And it's not zooming in. Zoom in! Zoom in! At least it pans. So this is the new studio. It only goes that far, I guess. Um, who's that? Oh, there's Charlotte. It's pretty cool, calm. I'm not digging some things, of course. Hey, JDP, welcome back from vacation, JDP. Um, it's kind of an oddly shaped space. JDP, I'm doing okay. I am a little tired, but that's just going to be my life for a while. Um, oh, here, now I can zoom in. Oh, Dudley, you're asleep on the keyboard, Dudley. So, yeah, pardon the wires there. I was getting everything set up. So yeah, there is Helm's Deep in all of its glory right there, baby. Right there. And of course, we do have uh Orthanc and Brother all set up. So we do have all that good to go. Um I do have some unfortunate news though, some very unfortunate news. It appears. Hey Eric, hello. I'm tired. It's just long days after long days it seems, but it'll get better. Um, I believe the Millennium Falcon is going to have to be rebuilt. Um, there are a few chunks of it that did break off during transport that I'm not too concerned about, but what I am concerned about is I have all these little pieces and I don't know where they're from. And of course, I could just ignore those little pieces, I guess, and just put the big chunks on and no one would be the wiser. So, Dudley, you're on my keyboard, buddy. Um, so yeah, I'm not looking to even rebuild that right now. Um, so right now it's just back in the box that I shipped it in. So we're gonna have an ad break here. I don't know. I think it's now. Um, Twitch has been really, really strange. So anyway, I'm just going to be talking for the next 3 minutes, anyways. Um, let's not even worry about building right now. Um, so everything else that I've got out of bins and boxes has been fine. Broader. Sure, Eternity or CJ. Yeah, go ahead, CJ. You're fine. My dad's fine. His birthday was last Wednesday. Yeah, something like that. Last Friday. His birthday was last Friday. So he's doing well. He's visiting my grandparents in Kentucky. Um, and my mom is fine too, so far as I know. Yay! Look, treats. All right. I'll give treats after the ads. Let's see. And Tower of Orthanc. That one. When I was trying to separate it into pieces. Hey, Luffy. Hello. Hey, Com. Thanks for the bits. Woo. Um, where was I? Orthanc split into pieces I was not expecting when I was breaking it apart. So that one required a little bit of a rebuild. But I mean, it took like an hour to get it all back together. It wasn't too bad. And Helm's Deep was probably maybe 30 minutes to 40 minutes to get it all rebuilt. And I really didn't want to open up a box that had a Millennium Falcon. Oh, which one is that? Man, see, everything is just broke today. Everything is broke today. Wow, my overhead camera is like out. Just this camera. I don't know what happened. Everything is broke today. Oh, I lost power somewhere. Hold on. Ta-da! My power bank that I use for cameras died. Just out of the blue. So everything's good to go. Sorry about that, guys. It's what is magic is that I had a spare, which I don't know why I have a spare, but it was literally right there on the countertop in the other room. So yep. And also the YouTube desktop app won't load. So in order for YouTube to have music, they're going to listen to Spotify, which means that there's no song requests today because I can't get dinged. I haven't tried the wheel out. I mean, the wheel works. It's just not visible, but it still says. I mean, there's one thing left, so you all can fight for whoever spins it. Oh, you did? So, oh, let's see. No, RC, that's gone. There's only one thing left on the wheel, and that's that was one gift card. So now there is nothing left on the wheel. So congratulations, RC, on your $40 worth of gift cards that's coming, because I never got a chance to put the rest of them in. So now that they're all done, I will be doing that today. So anyways, Crochet, keep a lookout for my stream alerts, because the next build is the build that you requested, which is the Naboo Starfighter. I'm kind of catching up on some of the older wheel redemptions, which is why we're building this mock, well, someone else's creation today. I'll get the bourbon in a second. I don't want to get up right now. Probably during the next ad break, I'll go get some bourbon. So, anyways, hello everyone. Welcome in again. It has been definitely a interesting start to the stream today. I got started late. Charlotte ate something that disagreed with her, so it's been messy cleanups today for her, which takes time. I mean, it takes a good 10 to, well, at least 10 minutes to get everything all cleaned up for her. And if it continues, then tomorrow we'll have to find a vet or something, because it's just been terrible today. I think she ate something that really did not disagree or did not agree with her. Yeah, Panzer, my overhead cam, just the power bank for it just stopped working, so I had a spare, so I swapped it out. So for refresher today, guys, we're continuing to build this right here, which is Dethark75's Martian war machine. It is a really neat design so far. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here and see if I can pin that. Just so anyone can take a look that they might want, if they might want to. Let me know if the music is too loud. Feels like it might be a little too loud for me. Someone did treat. So let me get the treats out. So Tracy knocked this off of the counter. There's a counter in the room over there, okay? And it fell upside down like this. But it stayed in place like this. It did not spill out. But it has damaged the lid so it won't stay together very well. Hey Legos! So Tracy I had this on my desk a couple days ago. And I was in there working because my office is not set up. Well, it's set up now, but it wasn't set up a couple days ago. But I heard a sound, and hey, Evil Monkeys 1936, thank you for the subscription. Thank you. That was so very kind. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. So I heard a sound, and this was on the ground because Tracy knocked it off my desk. But miraculously, again, it landed like this. It did not spill out. I was like, cool, all right. So yesterday, I was playing World of Warcraft because Tuesdays, Thursday nights are raid nights, and so this desk actually, I've got like a play mat on there, and a mouse and a different keyboard because I like to use clicky keys when playing video games. And so this was down here, and Tracy again managed to knock this over. And this time it spelled out. And I'm in the middle of a poll here. I cannot just stop. So Tracy had a little bit of a feast. Dudley had a little bit of a feast. And I don't think Dudley had a feast. Or I'm sorry, Charlotte had a feast. Hey, Evil Monkeys. I think we are set on tanks right now. But we are a pretty cool AOTC guild, and we do run lots of keys. So these are different treats for Charlotte because I think I left all of her other treats at home. There you go, pretty girl. And she'll be back for another one. Sure, Evo Monkeys. You'll have to you can email me like your Blizzard ID or something like that to macbuildsbricks@gmail.com, and then I'll hit you up sometime. Here's the other one, Charlotte. Come on. Go. All right. So thanks again for sub. Evo Monkeys, I really do appreciate that. Woo! What a day. Oh, okay. Let me actually copy that and add you now so I don't forget. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic hump day. I can't believe it is already hump day. It feels like the week is just flying by. Of course, it could be because I have been so busy. Like today, it was setting up the office and stuff like that, and I finished building the other wardrobe for the wife, and started building a lateral file cabinet, and what else did I do today? Worked, played with Charlotte, dealt with Charlotte and her poo-poo problems. So let me see here. I think I missed some chat. Your F-14 instructions are coming along pretty well. Hey, Panzer, put them up on Rebrickable when you get done. Haha, Ryan, welcome in, Ryan. Hope you're feeling better. Is the music better now, guys? So this is the progress so far. So I think that these pieces here are to hold like the wing panels on the left and right. So it's been pretty good so far. The front part felt like it was a little hard to get together. But now it's all like really solid. How am I? I'm okay, Kathy. I'm still a little. I'm just going to be tired until I get all the stuff done I need to get done, and I don't even know when that's going to be. It's going to be a while, and it's going to be probably even a little worse when the wife gets back on Friday, because she's going to want to do, a bunch of stuff too. Where is this? This is here. All right. I love these bright orange bricks. So things are a little bit more kind of organized, just a little bit. So hopefully this will go by a little faster, but it doesn't have to go by super fast too. I mean, it's just it's a relaxing, chill mock time. Christoph, have a great night. If I don't see you Friday and over the weekend, I hope you have a great one, and it's good to see you, Christoph. Hope all is well. So I am probably going to a Brewfest on Saturday, so I don't know if I'm streaming on Saturday. Now, there's a possibility I'll stream before I go to the Brewfest, but I don't know what time I'm getting done. And I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be in either, because Brewfests are all about drinking beer, as many different beer vendors as you can. Because that's what it is. Brewfests are like an arts and crafts show for beers, where all the vendors go so people can try beers, and who knows, I might find a new one I like that's local. It's always great to support local beers, local breweries. In fact, all the beer I have in my fridge right now is all brewed right here in the state of Missouri. So something else I kind of realized, I think I might be heading down to the old house. Dark Sky! Hey, Dark Sky! Dark Sky, I hope you're doing well. I might be heading back to the old house. No, I'm probably heading back to the old house the day before Black Pearl releases, and I don't care. I do not care what they're calling it. Yeah, Dark Sky, it is empty. It is empty. So I'm gonna probably wait to get acoustic panels until I fill up the bookcases more, because I don't want I don't want an additional expense, for one, and also I need to wait for the wife to tell me what she thinks, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna be like, no way. But I do want to put in, like, I think I can maybe squeeze in like another. I could probably put in another Billy over there, right next to Roger. Or maybe I could. I might actually be able to put in another tax there. That would be really swell. And I can actually get like the 9 feet tall taxes, or it might not be 9 feet tall, but I can get the taller taxes. And yeah, I also, I kind of want to put in some calyxes in the middle, but I'm afraid of how much it's going to cover up the other sets. But yeah, I want some, like, a couple rows of calyxes so I can stick, like, the bigger sets on those. Yeah, like the 8 these are not the 8 tall ones. These are the smaller ones because I had drop ceilings in the whole place. But I have tall ceilings in this place, at least in the back section there. And so there's like a stand you can get for like the ventilator that will tilt it, and that can go on a calyx. And I'm fairly certain you can probably get something like that for the Imperial Star Destroyer and the SSD. So I want to stick all my like big sets on stands like that and put them on calyxes in the middle. I think that would work out. I would prefer for them to be in glass, but I don't. There's nothing. Well, Scobo cases, I think are glass enclosed and might be able to hold all that, but I don't think I'm ready for Scobo cases yet. I'm not even 100% dedicated to this room right now. It is roomy, but there's a chance still I could go to the other room, which is a lot smaller, and just, you know, use that smaller room for streaming and use the bigger room for like just Lego all around. So I'm not 100% sold on this particular room yet. I am giving it a try right now though. So there's a chance that you know, one of these streams you'll be tuning in, you'll be like, what? What? And really, the winner in this whole thing is, or the hero is my wife, who graciously said that she didn't want to turn this into a gym after all. This room was supposed to be a gym, and she's like, you can use that room for your Legos, and I'm like, you are amazing, thank you so very much. Also, my wife is a hero for letting me buy Legos in the first place, especially things like the Black Pearl, which are, you know, everyone has acknowledged that it is not cheap. So I'm not, like, I think I was starting to get to that, but got distracted, and I'm probably going to get distracted by other stuff during this build too. I'm going back to the old house just before the Black Pearl releases, so I might not actually build that one until I get back, because I'm not sure I want to lug that set all the way back from the old house here, even if it's completed. And this time I'll have cats and dogs that are just going to be in the car with me, including Dudley. And Dudley has a tendency to get car sick, so that is an extra thing to have to unfortunately consider when it comes to transporting Legos with a cat like that in the car. Oh boy, where is this piece? Okay, I had another one, and I was kind of fooling around with it, and then set it down because I was in the middle of talking. I don't really know where I put it down. Poor Aaron would love what is going on my desk right now, and Beauty is probably like peaked out by now. Kathy, the wife is fine. She's working. She hasn't really told me how her shifts have gone, so I don't know if she's been crazy busy or just vibing, but I know she's looking forward to coming home. She has only spent one night in this house and then bailed the next day to go shopping and then bailed to go to the other house right after that. So I don't know. I don't know how Friday night is gonna look. Yeah, Legos. I agree. There is been a lot of talk about the expenses of some of these sets, and then we've had some good things come out too. Like everyone pretty much agrees that the gingerbread at is reasonably priced. So I guess that's somewhat of a victory in that regards. Shadow, hey Shadow, are those in and out cups? When I see those cups, I think of in and out. What is? I feel like I missed a step here or something. Because I don't know why this looks like this, to be honest. And I'm not showing the instructions because I think it would not be right to show the instructions. Oh yeah, there is something that's missing here. Yeah, yeah, it's cute, and everyone seems to agree that it's pretty reasonably priced. So that's a big win. Hi, Michael. Yeah, that is sad. And there's almost like another squeeze on top of that too, which is the de minimis is gone now again, or I don't know if it was ever really gone, but now it's going to be pricier to get off-branded sets. So it's just kind of sad all around right now in regards to pricing for stuff. All right, let's see, where was I at? I think I was here. So I hope for a change soon. No, where Skywalker's messages? I think the last time Skywalker says, "Oh, yeah, Skywalker, I'm sorry. I see your message did get a little buried." Yeah, JDP, I don't think I could. I don't think I could skydive either, to be honest. I am deathly afraid of heights. It took me a couple tries to get to the top of an arboretum in, well, just outside Cleveland. And the first time I tried to go, it's kind of funny. My wife actually captured pictures of me piecing out. Like I was heading to the top, and then turned around and started running back downstairs. And then my wife's like, "Click, click, click." So, so I have done some things like there was a giant like observation wheel in Singapore I went on that didn't scare me too much, and of course I went on the London Eye, and that didn't scare me too much. So I guess it's just certain situations. But skydiving, no. Yeah, sorry, Skywalker. I apologize, I missed your message first. No, no. Why did it self-delete? What is a self-deleting set anyways? That's not what anyone wants to hear when a set self-deletes. Oh, hey, there's the piece I was looking for. It was buried. Yeah, Eric, yeah, I agree. Someone actually tried to come after Zim because he had like his so I guess it wasn't actually, it was free. It was a free design and it was not copyrighted, but they still tried to come after Zim. I'm just like, why? Why would you do that? I'm like, you must remove all of this right now. It's copyrighted material, and it's just like, no, no, it's not. Oh no, okay. Well, your design may have deleted, but your build is still around, right? As long as the build is still around. And I don't know if Eric can see your messages, Autistic Tank Enthusiast, but he does a lot of stuff in studio, so he might be able to help you out on recovery. So the next build after this is going to be, as I said before, it's going to be the Naboo Starfighter, which is a very, very small build. Very small build. It won't take very much time at all. And then I think what I might do with the time available after that is to stream the rebuild of the snow speeder, because the snow beater oh, I cannot talk today. The snow speeder is something that I never even streamed to Twitch, and also somehow the last stream, yeah, the snow beater, the last it's a Freudian slip because I'm beat down. The last stream of that on YouTube accidentally got deleted. And that's what I get for trying to delete videos in a place that I'm having a lot of lag at. Which was, I recorded like a short live in Singapore, and I didn't like it, and I tried to delete it, and I ended up deleting like more than what I wanted. It's actually pretty terrible. And there is actually, I think there's a mistake in these instructions, because this brown brick, or no, it's reversed. Never mind. Where is this? Oh wow, Eric's. Wow, that's so nice of you, Eric. You flipped over to the dark side, aka YouTube. No, no, Panzer. I did not hear. I did not hear that you lost your Blackhawk for a month. a long time to lose something. Okay. I guess I had some pieces that I didn't add in a step. Some gray blocks. Here they are. That would have been problematic later, I suppose. Those are in, all those are in. I think we're all caught up now. I totally blame Canada for that. Okay, let me make sure I have all the lavender ones. Okay, cool. I'm all done with that. Oh yeah, football is tomorrow night. And this is going to be some total nerd World of Warcraft talk, but we are about to beat the last boss in Heroic, which is all that we go for. We don't try mythic stuff, not progression. We kind of stop at Heroic, and we kill that last boss a couple times after we beat it, and then we're done. So tomorrow is going to be probably dedicated to just progression to get that guy down, and then probably take a break from World of Warcraft again after that. A small break. I still do need to get Keystone Master, which will take some time. So Lego, so we're just doing Heroic. But it feels like it's not taking us very long at all to get through this tier. It's been pretty quick. So tomorrow I'll be focused on all that. I don't want any additional distractions. So I probably will not catch the game, at least as it's on tomorrow. I'll probably like go back and watch it later. And then the next, I guess it's the expansion is the next content that's going to actually release, unless they do another small one. But they've already teased the next World of Warcraft expansion. Which would be fun. Viola, I was an augmentation evoker, and then they kind of nerfed it into Oblivion. And people say that, you know, it's still fine to play and all that, but I just can't trust that they're not going to nerf it even more. So I just played Devastation. But Devastation Evoker is still fun. I love, you know, every minute of it. I used to do a lot of class switching. Like every time there would be like new content, I would just go in and swap classes. But I haven't swapped classes in a while. So I think that I'm pretty sold on the Evoker. Now playing Evoker does cause me some problems. Like I would say my number one cause of death right now during raids is I will accidentally hover, and hover, when you hover, you can either hover in place by, you know, hitting hover and just remaining in place, or you can like boost forward or behind or whatever direction you're facing by hitting hover and pointing somewhere. And I have been hovering into things that just instantly kill you. So it's, you know, it's a little embarrassing to be in a raid and progressing, and then you just fall over dead immediately. And everyone's like, what happened? Well, no. The people that are paying attention know exactly what happened, but other people will be like, what happened? So. Yeah, no, I do not. I do not take any fall damage either, and it's kind of cool too for some raid mechanics like knockbacks. You know, no problem. Knockbacks are no problem for me. I just, I get knocked back and then just hover right back down into place. It's a fun game, and I do enjoy playing it a lot. And especially when you find a guild that is just so focused on progression, but not in a way that's toxic, and there's a good vibe, it makes everything so much better. And we do have a very, very good vibe. Sorry for my wild tangent. All right. So this is. I feel like they and Dethark. Hopefully, Dethark is gonna actually watch some of the streams in the future. There's a lot of. Oh, that's Dudley here, right there. There's a lot of rotation that isn't really indicated in the instructions. So you're like, okay, now, and there is some color coding, so it does help you to understand that yes, we did just rotate, but it wouldn't hurt to have more explicit instructions to just rotate. And this is actually also very difficult to see. Like, am I leaving a 2-stud gap here or 1? I guess it's just a 1-stud gap. Guess we'll find out pretty soon. Yeah, Panzer, I would advise you to make a Twitch account if you can, and Eric streams on Twitch doing studio a fair amount, and I know it's been interesting to see for myself. Every time I get rid of a big piece, it makes me very happy, because it means there's less I have to worry about on this desk in the future. So, upcoming sets. I have ordered Jazz Club. I don't know when I'll be building that on stream. It will probably be a bit. And I ordered Jazz Club because it's going to retire, and I didn't want to risk it going out of stock and not getting it back in stock before it retired. Oops. It's supposed to be cat corn. I did order a friend set. Okay, Kathy. And the friend set is the bed and breakfast. So that will be built as soon as I get it, because that set was one of the milestones for Stand Up to Cancer. Can't believe I'm going to build out a friend set. I don't know if I want to touch the basics or dolls. I don't know if I want to touch the mini dolls. Oh, I probably will have to because it's what people will be expecting. People will be expecting that. And let's see, what else did I order? I ordered Diagon Alley, the mini one, and that is a request from Foggy because I had. Oh, I know Legos. I know. So I had two things on the wheel for someone to build pick out a set for me to build on stream, whether it's retired or not. And Foggy wanted me to build the Diagon Alley in stores on stream. And Dark Sky, he sent me a couple things, and I haven't picked one of those out yet, but I'll eventually have to pick one of those out too. Unless Dark Sky had some other ideas. So it's gonna be a busy month. Some good stuff. And then of course at the end of the month, I knew that was gonna happen. In October, the Death Star is coming out, and I've been talking about getting the Death Star for so very long. And yes, the Death Star is pretty pricey. Hey everyone, Tommy's here. So let's interrupt this stream real quick. Yes, Legos, I'll be getting. Oh my goodness, GH316. Thank you so very much for the raid. Wow. Thank you so very much. It's good to see you. How are you doing? My goodness. Lightning Builder, hello. How was your stream, GH? Were you playing? You were not doing Fallout this time. You were doing the 3-in-1 of the cat, I believe, right? Wow, GH, thank you so very much for the raid. And I think Dudley just chased off Tommy, which is unfortunate because I was just about to give Tommy some treats. So, everyone, thank you for joining the raid. Thank you, GH, for trusting me with your community. I am Mac. I am just a Lego builder. I don't really do anything else besides. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the cute bunny. It was a cute bunny. I knew it was a 3-in-1 set, but I got the set wrong. I'm in my new house right now, the new studio. We're the first build in the new studio is this fantastic design that YouTube viewer Alexandria picked out for me to build. And I do normally stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and sometimes Sundays. And I'm having all kinds of problems with OBS and StreamerBot, and I don't know if it's because of the new StreamerBot integration with OBS, but things are just not like flipping through the different streams like it should be. But GH, if you do need to rain run, I do completely understand. I know after streaming for self-care is important to take a break. But again, I do appreciate rating me out of everyone. That was very, very. So yeah, that's my schedule there, and that's the build I'm doing right now. And I'll try to see if I get Thomas back in here. Tommy, you want some treats? Oh, I said treats, and Charlotte got all excited. Well, GH, I do appreciate you once again. Tommy, I'm afraid that I don't think Tommy's coming back. I do have a Seal Point Siamese named Dudley that has a tendency to chase away the cats a little bit. I think that's actually the first cat-on-cat attack since we moved, which is sad. But if Tommy does come back, I'll be sure to give him some treats. So I guess I will show my new room off a little bit. So that is the back wall. So I'll kind of zoom out a little bit. So that the top is Rivendell there, and then below that is Helm's Deep, and then you've got Barad-dûr and Tower Porthank. To the right of that is usually where the Millennium Falcons go, and then the Death Star is on top. Hey, Scotty! Hi, Scotty. It's good to see you. Are you at the cabin now, Scotty? So I took out one of the Millennium Falcons, and it did not survive the move well. So that's going to need a substantial rebuild. The cardboard box right there contains my first gen Millennium Falcon, so I'll be checking on that tomorrow. And then the shelves to the right are empty right now. But that's usually the shelves where I have the Razor Crest, and the bottom shelves are where the slave ones usually go. And then this is usually the showcase shelf where I have stuff in there, and it's pretty much empty. And then I'll be filling those shelves up. So there is a fair amount of space here. Like I could probably stick. We were just kind of talking a little bit earlier. I could stick another couple Paxes there and a Pax over there on the shelf. And look at her! Look at her! She's so cute. You gonna make your tail wag, Charlotte? You a happy girl? How you doing, Charlotte? You're a pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are a pretty girl. You're sleepy. Charlotte's had an exhausting day today. An exhausting day of just she ate something that did not agree with her, so we've had to do lots of unfortunate cleanup today. But she did get to play today. Her favorite toys are soccer balls, but I live basically on a hill, and the hill descends into the woods, and so it isn't great for soccer balls right now. So we're playing with frisbees, and it's working out. It's working out decently. When we go back to we have not sold our other house yet. We still have the other house down south, and so when we go back there, probably a week from Thursday, we'll be back with the soccer balls, stuff like that. And I really hope that whatever is going on with her gastrointestinal stuff ends, because I don't want to have to take her to the vet already. It's like, welcome to St. Louis, Charlotte. It's time to go to the vet. Yeah, Panzer. And something that's kind of strange too is, oh hey, exposing Alex too. I'm sorry I missed you come in. Survivalist PD, did barrel roll not work? There's something very wrong with OBS, and I'm gonna focus on fixing it tomorrow. So let me see if I can get barrel roll to work here. Let's see. Oh wow, that's so weird. Everything is just broke. Hey, I'm gonna have to refund you your points, PD. I'm sorry. Everything is just, I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's the OBS integration with the new version of StreamerBot that I just updated to a couple days ago. I mean, I have to assume that that's what's going on. So I do apologize for some issues. And I had a power bank that died on me today, just midstream, just crapped out. Those things are not cheap. Well, you can get some that are cheap, but this one was not cheap. Let's see, that is 5, so where's the other 2 go? Okay, up the very front here. Yes, and this is kind of like a mini castle. Mini castle, not a full-fledged castle, a mini one. Bright green. There's a lot of these bright green neon bricks in this. Yeah, I was so excited too to get rated by GH, who is pretty awesome. And GH did get a shout out. But if someone, if I have any mods around it that wouldn't mind giving GH another shout out for me, that would be great. And Dudley's back. And he's finding, like, literally the worst place to sit, which is on my Lego pieces. And how is that even comfortable? How is that even comfortable? Look at that face. How much you want to bet that he absolutely just... Oh, we're going to have an ad break in about 23 seconds. How much do you bet he's going to just crash out on this bowl and just knock it over? So I do offer subscription or ad-free viewing through subscriptions, but in a way I can understand why I don't have a lot of subscriptions right now, because I don't have badges and I don't have emojis, but they're coming. They're coming. Um, uh, Jedi Greg reached out to me just yesterday with some designs, and they look phenomenal, guys. They look phenomenal. Are you talking in regards to Legos or off-brand Legos? I suppose, Panzer, because Lego won't make military planes. So, are you referring to like the actual like planes themselves? So let me refund Sir Fabulous Petey's barrel roll. And sorry again about that, Sir Fabulous Petey. That stuff's broken. Alright, so we are in an ad break right now. Well, I mean, propeller planes, they're old, man. They're old, and chances are, if someone is going to want to buy one, that means it's gonna have been restored, and the restoration process for anything that's old is going to be expensive. So any propeller craft is gonna be more expensive to purchase. Plus, I think you might have additional danger even flying a propeller aircraft right now. So I am gonna like prepare some of the next couple steps. here during this ad break. Dudley, you are really in my way right now. But so this weekend I'm going to a brew fest, and then I imagine I'll be doing some more shopping too this weekend. I do see an IKEA run in my future, and if I do an IKEA run, I think I'll pick up some more packs while I'm there. However, I don't have a truck. I do have an SUV, but I don't even think my SUV can really accommodate packs in boxes, so I'll have to order them, which is okay, I guess. You know, I live like less than an hour from IKEA, so I don't think it will take me as long to get my deliveries as it has taken me in the past to get stuff from IKEA. Panzer, that's so something to consider too, even when you're looking at purchasing aircraft like that. I mean, even if you had $3 million, hypothetically, you had $3 million to purchase that, you will you have to get like a pilot's license and all that too to even fly it, and I don't even know how much that would cost. So, I mean, it probably is not 3 million, but you're gonna have to figure out like where you're gonna learn, like where you're gonna get your lessons from, and you're gonna have to probably like rent a plane or buy into a plane in order to fly it, and that's an additional expense too. Panzer. So I'll have like a $350 gift card from IKEA that I'm gonna put to use, which is probably gonna be like what, maybe one or two taxes. And then of course, if you want lights, that's an additional expense, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Dudley, I can't believe that you're crashing out on my pieces. Hey buddy, I need to get to those. I need to get to those. Why don't you just fall asleep in my lap like a good little boy, huh? Okay, I think we're done with ads now. Possibly. Brent, my buddy, that unfortunately passed away from cancer earlier this year, he was a pilot for Cessnas and stuff like that. That was his pilot's license, or that was what he was able to fly. And he was in the midst of getting trained to be a commercial pilot when he was diagnosed with cancer. And he actually took me up in his Cessna, and it was pretty cool. It was actually a little scary when he's like, "Okay, you have the controls," and it was a little choppy, and you know the plane would just go like that. And I've seen too many airline disaster shows to where I was, you know, kind of panicking a little bit. And then he started to demonstrate actually how hard it was to actually get the plane even to sink a little bit. And so that, you know, kind of restored my confidence. So for 5 minutes, I flew a Cessna around, and that was pretty neat. Hey, Cyan! It's good to see you, Cyan. And then he's like, "You want to land it?" And I'm like, "Nope." And he was just kidding anyways. Okay, Painter, that does sound like a good deal. That's a good way of getting to be flight certified. And I hope that works out for you. I hope you had a better time joining ROTC and all that than I did. You know, the Navy lost my paperwork, so I never ended up going to ROTC, which is, you know, still kind of upsets me a little bit even to this day. Although, you know, it probably would have altered my trajectory in life to the point where I may not have met my wife. So that's actually a little terrible. But I was supposed to go anyways. I guess fate intervened, so it's okay. Legos, it is good to see you. May you have a wonderful night. May you rest well. And I'm sure I will see you back here or in another stream in the near future. And Dudley, these cats and these treats, man. Welcome back, Kathy. So, yeah, these go back here. Hey, I should get my hammer for this part. Oh, you named your rifle Ashley? That's cute. My wife works with an Ashley. She's pretty cool. Ooh, yeah. This front section is really still, like, just not on there all the way yet. And it's just this section on the front right. Yeah, I'm starting to lose some of this back too somehow. Okay, that's back in there. But yeah, I finally did get a hammer. Like Foggy Moggy's got a hammer, and I think Mr. Harrell, he's got a little hammer too. I finally picked one of those up. But it does me no good if I keep forgetting to bring it in here. Man, this piece just wants to keep falling off too. Oop. So, kind of back to the Death Star, we were talking about that. I think before I got distracted by Thomas and then got raided, I am first and foremost a Star Wars UCS collector. That's where I kind of got started with Lego after the Titanic. And I currently have all of the UCS sets right now. And if they had released the Death Star as a Master Builder series, which is what Mos Eisley Cantina is, I probably would have been like, you know, I can wait on that one. But since it is at least, yeah, since it is a UCS set, I will be purchasing it. So my collection will be complete again. It'll be one of the last sets I get this year. And I will be building it out on stream, and people will come in and be like, "You actually paid money for that?" And I'll be like, "Yep. Yep, I did. I did." So, if you're not going to buy the set, you can live vicariously through me. And I believe my wife is actually going to be on vacation the week it comes out. I would really, one of these days, when my wife is gone, I'm just going to stream for like 7 days. Just do a stream every day. Get some of my backlog cleared out. Nick the Lego fan, welcome in. Oh, no, Panzer, you did not tell me that. Eric, I know it's probably too big, but if you decide to, basically mock that one up and, basically deconstruct it and put it in the studio, that would be really cool. But I think that might be too big of a project to tackle, because I think it's like over 9,000 pieces or something like that. But your Soundwave recreation was pretty stellar. You're gonna do Lego Marvel's Avengers? Oh, wow. So, Nick the Lego fan, Marvel's Avengers was the first Lego game I played. I don't know where it's at. Sorry, I do need to get this text. Oh, Kathy, you're tired? Yeah, yeah, me too, me too. But at least my sleep at night has been great. Like once I get to sleep, I am like I am out, man. It is so great. And I am getting a good 6 hours of sleep, which is what is normal for me. But I just have been working on house stuff so much. That's what's making me tired. But things are progressing with the house. Yeah, Cyan, this is a shirt that Kathy actually picked up for me. To wear. That's one of the old. By the way, the wheel is done, guys. Please do not try to spin the wheel. I should really disable that. The last gift card went out to RC, so I do need to send gift cards out. I have not forgotten. And now that everything's all done, I will for real get those done today. And I do not know when the wheel will come back. It probably will be a little bit. And so what you guys can do is you guys can start thinking about different things to put on the wheel. A lot of the things that are on the wheel right now are recommendations. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, RC recommended some blind bag or some blind polybag builds, and so those should be happening. I think I'll do that on the same day that I actually build out the Naboo Starfighter. I do have 2 polybags I purchased and brought with me here. Where are those rounded pieces? Rounded pieces. Rounded pieces. They've been putting a new floor down in your kitchen and living room, like carpet or wood or linoleum. By the way, this house has nothing but wood floors. It has it's not a stitch of carpet in this house, which is really, really weird. I'm not used to a house that is just wooden floors. Also, it really makes me nervous when it comes to moving furniture around or even building furniture. I am a klutz. So I can see myself scuffing all of these floors and make my flat. Really? I don't know what kind of floor that is, Kathy. I'm not great at stuff like that. So one of these goes in the middle here. Yeah. I think there's a 1-step separation between that and these supporting blocks, I guess. Yeah, it looks like a stud. And another really bright neon green block, which I just did in. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did kind of scratch my floor a little bit. But it's not like a deep scratch. I think if you take one of those sticks or whatever, or even some nuts, I guess there's some nuts that you can kind of rub on wood, and that will get some of the scratching out. It's not something that's like super serious. It's just it's more like an abrasion than a true scratch. Bender builds, duh bears. How you doing, Bender? It's good to see you. Hope life is treating you well. I apologize, Bender. I haven't really made it to any of your streams lately. I've been very busy with the new place. Very busy with the new place, getting things still situated. I have unpacking still, not just Lego, but non-Lego things, and I have to build things like file cabinets and wardrobes and stuff like that. So I hope everything is great for you. And hopefully the Bears have a winning season this year. I am always hopeful. Cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic. So I am building this pretty cool design that Alexandria on YouTube picked out for me to build out. And the build has been going pretty smooth. Sometimes the instructions are just a hair difficult to decipher. But so far as the actual build process, it's been great. Nothing really sketchy. I have had very, very sketchy builds in the past with some illegal techniques. Oh, it's okay to be cautiously optimistic. It's okay to be cautiously optimistic. We do have a new coach, so we'll have to see how things go. Now people have been like trying to hype up everything after the Bills blowout loss, or win, I should say. It was a blowout for the Bills, but to me, that's just, you know, preseason. It's not something to get overly hyped up about. Here we are. Mr. Harrell. Hey, Mr. Harrell. Welcome in. So, since you're here, Mr. Harrell, and I remembered, so you watched, I believe it, some snippets of the Hunt for October on stream a little while ago, and we were talking about underwater microphones, and that is what I went into the Navy. I was a sonar technician, and actually, technically, at one point in time in the Navy, they had something called Ocean Systems Technicians, or OSTs is what they were called. And when you join the Navy as an Ocean Systems Technician, what you thought you were doing was you were going to be basically listening for whales and things like that. You were only focused on like nature underwater acoustics. And it wasn't until after you joined and you signed your paperwork that you were told, actually, you will have to get like at a minimum a secret clearance. At a minimum, because there were, even for that job, there were tiers of clearances that you could have. You could have top secret, which I was actually in the midst of getting when I decided to get out of the Navy. And there were top secret with, you know, like basically letters for, you know, even more top secret tiers. So I did not join to be an Ocean Systems Technician. I joined to be a sonar technician. And I did get training to be a sonar technician surface, is what it is. Because there's Scotty, he's good. He's somewhere around. So there's two sonar technicians. You can be an STG, which is a surface sonar technician, or an STS, which is a subsurface sonar technician, which is not a submarine, but I went for the surface. So I did all my training, and then just before I reported to my ship, which was a destroyer, right? Oh, I never. So yeah, Ocean Systems technicians were the ones that originally monitored SOSUS nets, and they did it in Iceland, believe it or not, is well, at least where their training was, it was in Iceland. And then after your training in Iceland, you went to, majority of went to Neck, Virginia, which is where the base was for the SOSUSnet observation. It was a very small building actually, and the telltale sign that something was classified there was only the first floor would have windows out of, I would say it was like a 4 or 5 story building. Only the first floor had windows. Everything else had no windows because there was secret and top secret stuff in the building and such. But anyways, so I went in as a sonar technician for surface, went through a school, went through my specialty training, and then went to a destroyer. But 2 days before I actually went and reported to my ship, I got married to another fellow sonar technician that I met, during A school and stuff like that. And she had a longer contract. Mine was 4 years, hers was 6 years. And so she was going to have more training. She was going to go to an Arleigh Burke class destroyer. And at the time, they did not allow for couples to be at sea at the same time. So they pulled me off of my ship when she was reporting to her ship. So I didn't spend very long on a destroyer. And that's how I ended up getting an Ocean Systems Technician's billet, because they were doing away with the Ocean Systems Technician's job completely. It was just going to all be sonar technicians, which is very unfortunate for a lot of these people that were Ocean Systems Technicians, because they didn't go to sea. Their job was completely land-based. And then, they were told that because of the Navy was downsizing, they were combining all these jobs, and guess what, guys? In 6 months, you're going on a deployment for 6 months. Congratulations. Yeah, she went to an Arleigh Burke destroyer. So, yeah, it was cool. It was in the early 90s, or I'm sorry, the mid 90s and late 90s. It was unheard of to have like 3 LED screens or flat panels at least, that you could use. I mean, that technology was very expensive, and it was all furnished by Raytheon, I believe. So, my 12-hour shifts would be devoted to, looking at the different sonar arrays, and you flip through them, and a lot of times what you would see are whales, of course, because they're very loud, and they navigate in the Atlantic Ocean. And we actually would declassify the tapes that we were recording and ship them to Berkeley to be studied for whale watching. You're sorry? I don't know why you're sorry. Sorry, Alexandra. But anyways, I got to see a variety of submarines. I got to see some Russian subs. I got to see some British subs, Canadian, which is actually British. German subs, they were the most interesting because they were diesel electric subs. And I think I actually mentioned on around when a diesel electric submarine is charging its batteries, it has to operate on a diesel engine. So, it's very, very visible at that point. You can see it from a mile away. And then when it gets done charging its batteries, it disappears. You can't see it. There's no rotating. I mean, if it's going fast enough, you can see cavitation, of course. But a smart boat captain knows that, and so operates at a speed that's slow enough to where you don't get cavitation. And a lot of nuclear submarines, which is the only other option for a sub, has a lot of moving parts. I mean, we're talking like, well, I don't even want to say what parts they are that move, because I don't want to like accidentally divulge information that is still classified to this day. But a lot of these components operate at frequencies that are louder than you think, and are used to basically classify, well, this is this kind of sub, and this is what this kind of sub is. So that's what we were, basically trained to look for. But with an electric submarine, or diesel electric, when it's running on batteries, there's nothing machinery-wise that's really rotating to be detected. So they just disappear. And another team, because we had two teams that worked 12-hour shifts. Another team actually missed an electric submarine that went to diesel to electric and got in a lot of trouble. So there was a renewed focus on that for sonar technicians. Oh, that's pretty cool, Mr. Rao. So we did have an entire support staff from Raytheon that, basically, for all intents and purposes, lived on base. Well, not really lived, but they were always there. I mean, we were talking like we had bunks for them and everything, so that if something went down, they could just, come right over and fix it. That's how important it was. Oh, French subs. I also did catch some French subs, and we participated in all of the different naval exercises too. So we were tracking our own stuff, and it was so neat when we found a contact, because you would immediately start checking all the different sonar arrays to see if you can find it, because that's how you triangulated positions. And so we had like these large plotting boards that had all of the maps of the ocean with the different depths and stuff like that. And so you would triangulate, and then we had special phones that we would use to call different commanders and stuff like that to let them know. And then we also had like the Joint Maritime Control Information Systems, which is GEMSIS for short, that we would stick the information in, and that would, so basically the world of different submarines and stuff like that. And we gave morning briefs, and one of my jobs was to prepare the morning briefs and not deliver them, because that was out of my pay grade, but I would prepare them in the morning for the captain of the post and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Some repeating mechanical sounds that could be detected, not on diesel electric. If it was in an electric, it just disappeared. You'd see the engine lines, and then you'd see like the RPMs decrease until it went silent, and then it was just gone. It was just gone at that point. It was a very, very fun job, and I do miss it somewhat. But you can't stay in the Navy forever, and there's no real civilian jobs. Well, I suppose I could have tried to get a job at Raytheon to work on the equipment, but again, that's working on the equipment. You can't like listen for subs at that point once you get out. And they have different small ships that tow sonar arrays. I don't even think I can say what areas those operate in, because that in itself is also a secret. But I thought about getting on one of those ships and still being a part of it, but instead what I ended up doing is I ended up getting a job at Gateway Computers when I got out of the Navy. That was my first job, and I worked tech support for them for
It was a couple years I had that job, and working that job actually contributed to the collapse of my marriage somewhat because I worked like this stupid shift and I could not get out of it. And it was like, I think I went into work at like 9 p.m. and then worked till like 4:30 or 5:30 the next morning. And it just, um, I loved the job because it paid well and it was neat. And so that's why I was probably in it for too long. And then by the time I got out of it, it was kind of too late. Yeah, you really had to be on your toes as a sonar technician, not only on base looking at SOSUS nets, but also when you're on a ship. And it's actually a lot harder trying to find a sub when you're on a ship because active sonar is great, but you kind of have to know where contact's at somewhat because if it's behind you, you're not really going to get a very good return. And if if you have a smart captain on a surface ship, they're going to go very slow when you're towing an array. Not only because you have an array behind you, but because the faster you go on a ship, the more cavitation you generate, which is something that I think we actually kind of spoke about somewhat on our streams. And the cavitation is going to just increase noise that you have to filter through to find the sub. And so it was every time I did an exercise. Hey, Nathan Bilstings, thanks for the follow. Thank you. That was so great. Um, where was I? In fact, on a ship, I never found a sub. We knew that there was a sub out there, but we never. And these are for exercises. It wasn't like we had a Kula that we were trying to find. Um, it's a lot more difficult to find a sub like that, which is why the SOSUS nets are so invaluable. Is you know passive acoustics are a lot better when you're able to filter them out from just basically like waves. Nathan Bill thinks it's good to see you. I need to do a bunch of shout outs actually. I don't think I have any mods right now. So let's do some shout outs here. Oh, Nathan builds things. So Nathan builds things. There is something that kind of went a little wonky for me too. I don't. I'm kind of new to Twitch somewhat still. So there was someone that I had subbed to that I wanted to actually like because it's September. I wanted to switch from a 1 month sub to a 6 month sub, and somehow it actually canceled my subscription entirely. So I need to go back and fix that. But yeah, I think there is something going on a little wrong with Twitch. So how are you doing, Nathan Builds Things? Did you get your 3D printer all set up? Your new 3D printer, not to be confused with your other 3D printers that you have? Also, I'm at the new house, which is closer to St. Louis. So it's weird. In the past week, I've been to, let's see, I went to Andy's Frozen Custard. I went to Chipotle. I went to Lowe's. Oh, Nathan! Nathan, thank you! Thank you so very much. That was very, very kind. I appreciate that so very much. And 2 months. Wow, 2 months. Has it been 2 months already? I really appreciate that, Nathan. Thank you. So I went to Lowe's. I went to Best Buy. And these are all places that are easily accessible now. Now, it does take me anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes to get there because I'm basically living the sticks again. But it sure beats 2 to 3 hours. In fact, I have to go back to Best Buy because I had an incident with Spectrum, and I think part of it is my fault, and part of it was the previous owner's fault, and part of it is Spectrum's fault. So they're not completely at blame in this instance, but so the previous owner was supposed to leave their cable modem here, and that's the way it was explained to me. It's cable. And so I reached out to Spectrum, and I'm like, yeah, I'm moving, and I need cable modem. Well, I didn't know the previous owner was taking the cable modem. I assumed they had, but anyways, I'm like, yeah, I need a cable modem. And then what they did is they sent me a router, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't actually need a router because I have my own router. They're like, well, where's your cable modem? I'm like, I guess the previous owner took it. So what I did is I went to Best Buy. Welcome back, Kathy. I went to Best Buy and I got my own cable modem because I didn't want to wait. Well, number one, I didn't want to have to wait. And number two, I didn't want to have to rent a piece of equipment because I don't really actually like renting equipment. I like to have my own stuff. But it does reduce the monthly fee if you provide your own equipment. So anyways, I went to install my cable modem and I'm like, there's no coax cables here. Or there are actually two coax cables, but the ends are cut off. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work great for me. I need to figure out what's going on. So I called Spectrum. I'm like, hey, look, you guys sent out a router, a modem, and I'm trying to figure out what to put up at, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, you have fiber. And I've never used fiber before. And so apparently fiber is a completely different connection than a coax. It actually has what looks like a, well, I guess it looks like a, fiber optic cable that you would use for sound. So now I have a router that I have to return to Best Buy because I do have to use their fiber router. So I'll probably do that this weekend. And I'm sure the wife is going to want to go to Lowe's for some house stuff. So that's going to be a fun trip too. Or Home Depot. I think we have access to both of them. Hey, I'm so glad, Panzer, that your F-15 is going to be completed tonight. And be sure to thank Eric again for helping you out because I think he probably gave me some assistance to get that all done. And you totally should put those designs up. Hey, Gorilla for Panic! Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Thanks again for hopping in the other day. I hope that everything is going well for you. Yep, this weekend is going to be pretty busy, which is why I don't really know when I'm going to stream this weekend. I think the best chances for me to stream this weekend is actually going to be Sunday. But we shall see. Alexandria, I am. This has been a great build. I won't lie. This is much better than the Acclimator I built, and it's much better than General Grievous's helmet that I built. This has been, everything's just been connecting pretty good. I just regret that I didn't kind of organize things a little bit more so that it would make the build flow a little better. But outside of that, everything's great. And speaking of pieces, oh, I've got one more down here. That's where my other long black ones went. So I think the other one that I will eventually build. So I still have, like, oh man, I still have all these castles that I need to build at some point too. Like Closserito, who is another guy I follow on Rebrickable. He has like this awesome castle that I purchased. I want to say I purchased it at least 6 months ago. That I've been trying to get done at some point, but my backlog is just too stupidly big, and new releases have been coming out that have been so great to build out, and I still have a lot of the August releases I still have not completed. Heck, I still have a May release that I still have not completed. I have not built out Chopper yet. It's still in a box. Thankfully, September is going to be light for me in regards to purchases. I did get some of the stuff for the wheel redemptions, but outside of that, I'm really not gonna get too much. Kathy, sorry to hear about your inhaler. Hopefully you can find that. Oh, you had to use your inhaler. Sorry, for some reason I read that you lost it. Well, I hope you're feeling better now. I actually have borderline exercise-induced asthma myself. I went and got tested because I noticed that I would just run out of breath so incredibly quickly. And COVID did actually kind of make it worse for a while, but now it's actually doing pretty good. So I did have an inhaler myself for just a little bit. Hey, Drake! Oh, Kathy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it's not too bad for you. Drake, this is... Here, I'll show you what I'm building out. This is a 1388 piece design. When I first got into Lego, I would call these things mocks because they were someone else's mock, and then someone's like, no, that's a big no, that's not what you call them. You call them someone else's creation. Someone else's creation. So this is someone else's creation. It's by Dethark75's, and it's been pretty cool. Wow, Panzer, that, well, I mean, I don't really know if that's a lot or not. So I'm putting on 34 of these. 34 is a lot. I wonder how much this thing weighs. I did not bring a scale. So I have no idea how much I weigh right now. Yeah, it has been a very, very, very good build so far. This is definitely the most amount of tan pieces I've ever used in my life. And also these bright neon greens. This is the most amount of those I've used too. And everything has been really coming together really great. And Dethark, he was supposed to watch some of these streams, but I don't think I've caught him on yet. Oh no, Alexandria, no! I don't like to hear that, no! I hope you get to feeling better. Oh, I still have some coffee. So Drake, how are you doing? It's been a little while since I've seen you. Hope everything's going well. Oh, Kathy, that might be too much personal information to ask someone. So there are some things in this that are still kind of not very well anchored yet. Like these things here, these are some sloped pieces, and I really cannot wait to actually anchor these in. So these pieces here are going to basically connect to very large panels on the side. And so you've got them. You can kind of see here where they're starting to get a little out of place during the build process. So I can't wait until they're actually all like connected. Like this piece here, this has been falling out a little bit every once in a while. At least early on in the build, it really was. It was quite annoying, but now it's all good. So it's pretty solid now at this point. And then the underside, looks great. I believe these are pegs to hold the stand in. It does basically come with like a little, you put in stanchions, like these. That's what it's going to actually rest on. And I've never actually used these before, but you can see at the top here, interfaces with those Technic axles. Alright, so I went through a whole bag of slope pieces, and now I need to find the other ones. Now there's one more. So I did organize these pieces somewhat. Oh, hey, Alexandria, you don't have to worry about a thing. Really, there's no need to apologize whatsoever for missing a stream or being late to the stream. Especially when the VODs are there for you to watch later. That's the way I like to think of it. So, Drake, I also like to kind of build things off stream somewhat. The smaller sets. I have some smaller sets that I don't really like to stream because it it doesn't make for a very long stream, and I like to have something that's going to take several streams to get through. And so, like, I built out like the Super Mario Piranha plant, which was a pretty small build, and let's see, I can't remember what other things that got that were small. So, anyways, now I have all of the sets that I had to partially unbuild that I need to build out. So those are going to be my side projects now. And I just rebuilt Broader and Tower Forthing and Helm's Deep. Those are, I didn't set out to look for those. Those were just what was in the top bin. And so I cleared out that bin. And then I looked at RC. Did that work? I didn't even hear the. Okay, you saw it. I didn't even hear it, which is super super weird. So, anyways, I took out a Millennium Falcon and I posted pictures in my Discord. I suppose I could show you guys what that looked like. Um, let's see. Oh, hold on a second. It's going to be dark for just a second. So yeah, I think you guys can. Oh, let me resize it, I guess. So this is my Millennium Falcon right now. So it did not survive very well, not as well as I hoped. So it's not the panels that I'm worried about. Um, it's the small pieces that you see. Like I don't like the small pieces. I kind of mentioned that a little bit earlier today. So yeah, see, you can see there's a small piece right there. There's a couple smaller pieces near the hammer. I don't really like that very much. And that's the front. So I mean, these panels are not too bad to actually. Oh, is there an ad break already, guys? Oh, are we in ads now? That's the new one. That's the new one. This is my Millennium Falcon that I thought I was being super smart about and actually shrunk wrap and then put in a bin. Not shrunk wrap, I bubble wrapped it. And clearly it did not survive very well. So if we are in ads, I am going to take a small break. I mean, it's OBS is telling me we're in ads. Yeah, whoops is right. Um, so this box here to the right, that is the other Millennium Falcon. So we will see about that one tomorrow, or actually tonight. When I get done with this stream, I am going to unbox that and then see what's up with that one. So, anyways, I have more pictures, and then this is the other side. So yeah. So I'm still kind of in the middle of putting some things together. So that's why the other room over there doesn't look very organized. But that'll get fixed up here pretty soon. So you can see the sets on the right over here is, that's Helm's Deep, and that's Tower of Orthanc boxes that I did successfully rebuild and put together. So you can see all the little small pieces that are off. That's a little distressing to me, um, and that's not going to be an easy thing to get everything all back together again. Bummer. Oh yeah, calm. Oh yeah. The AT-AT has been partially disassembled too. I was only going to try to remove the top part and the legs, but it did not disassemble well. So I'm fairly certain that the AT-AT is also going to be pretty much an entire rebuild of that too. So I'm gonna have two big sets to eventually basically put together. I don't think that worked, RC. What the Tangia? Okay, so no sound. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is going on with that. There's just so much stuff that it's like, even though that I didn't really um, change anything, just in the time frame of the move, things just stopped working. And thank you, RC, for the Tangia. Did you do that as a mod, or did you do that as with bits? Oh, you did it with bits. Man, RC, I'm sorry about that. But thank you for the bits, RC. That was very kind. Um,
That's no moon.
Hey! Yeah, there's no sound there. Oh, okay. I'll work on that. Okay, so I still need one more slope piece, which is probably going to take a million years to find, because I only need one now.
That's no moon.
Oh,
It's a lizard.
Hey, Miss Mage! There we go. I found the issue, guys. RC, thank you. Miss Mage, how you doing? Hey, I found the piece I was looking for. It was right there on top. So that is Tracy and my kitty trees. That is Tracy and my kitty trees. RC, thank you so very much. Girl of Organic, thank you too. That's so kind. I appreciate you guys so very much. Wait, where'd you go?
Yeah.
No. Why is the Tangea not working on the main screen? It did disappear. Hey RC, I don't know. As a mod, can you just send Tangeas? If you can just send Tangeas, can you do that one again? It's the Jurassic Yaws. Hey, thank you, RC. This one's good.
Yeah.
When you can actually see it, it makes all the difference. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And here comes Dudley. Dudley's coming back. Dudley was asleep in Charlotte's bed. That's where he's been at. And Dudley and Charlotte get locked up at night together. And so I'm a little nervous that Dudley's actually stealing Charlotte's bed, even though Dudley has his own bed, and Charlotte's just sleeping on the floor. RC was my order. Somehow my camera on the main scene got pushed higher than TeamGS, so I did adjust that. And you just don't want to be in my lap very much for some reason. You want to be sleeping on the Legos. I don't want you sleeping on the Legos. That's not the right size. Well, Miss Mage, if you have any questions or anything like that, there's, you know, especially in the brick building community Discord, which is pretty great. I'm sure people will answer anything that you might need help with to help you get back into streaming. I'm giving you a little bit of love. You're such a good boy. Dudley has been a very good boy for the most part. Like the number of the amount of cat on cat violence has decreased since we moved, and I don't know if it's because he's in fresh surroundings, or if there's less cats here right now, or if it's because there's just more space. This house is a hair bigger than the other house. And I might be missing chat. But Twitch has, and I know I've probably sounding like a broken record at this point, but the community on Twitch has been just wonderful. Like, you couldn't ask for more. Boy, you really are digging your life right now. Can you see it on the camera? I think you can. No, you can't. There he is, the little stinker. I would think that Legos would be uncomfortable. Could you fall asleep on these things? I could not fall asleep on these things. I saw a video the other day of someone that broke like the world record, the Guinness World Record for distance ran on Lego blocks. That's wrong. Am I pulling two of these, by the way? No, I'm not. This one. Barefoot. Two. Barefoot. Whoa, whoa, calm. Hey, Dudley, Calm is calling you fat. Calm is calling you fat. How do you feel about that, Dudley? How do you feel about that? Oh, wait. Is it because Calm has been buying you treats? So it's Calm's? It's partially Calm's fault? And Dudley does not like it that you call him fat, Calm. Hey, congratulations, Panther. Glad to hear about your F-15 design. So, oh, cat boxing. So I have fallen asleep on a metal grate. Like everyone on a ship eventually is in the galley, which is the kitchen. And so I think you work in like you're doing it for 3 months, and then after that, or maybe it's 30 days, I can't remember, and it just kind of goes in rotations. And so when you're in galley duty, you're either cleaning where everyone is eating at, or you're serving food. You don't actually prep the food. And then also what you do is you take care of the storeroom, and if you're in galley duty and you are underway and you do like a replenishment at sea, then you have to like be a part of going to the replenishment ship and carrying all the boxes from there down to the galley, and that is actually that takes a lot out of you. And when we got done with the replenishment at sea once, I took a cat nap for like 30 minutes, and I just fell asleep on a grate, on a metal grate. That's about the most uncomfortable thing I think I've ever actually successfully slept on. Nope, that's not the right piece, right? Nope. Similar, but not quite. Oh, what? Look at the cute kitty!
Time now for Whiskers, the kitten who can name fruit.
Hey, honey red grapefruit, pomegranate, honeydew melon, pears, Macintosh apples, green peaches, plantains. coconut, kumquat, cherries, bananas, raspberries, hot chops, rhubarb, papaya, tomatoes, it's a fruit. Seriously, watermelon, navel oranges, nectarines, mango, apricots, raspberry pears, plums, green cherries, blackberries, grapefruit, lemon, blueberries, banana fruit, cantaloupe, guava, clementines, yellow delicious apples, Concord grapes, kiwi, limes, red delicious apples, boysenberries, quince, nachos, passion fruit,
This is one of the longest Tangias of all time.
starfruit, strawberries.
This has been Whiskers, the kitten who can name fruit.
Goodbye.
That was so cute. RC, thank you for that Tangia. That was super cute. And that actually took a little bit of work for someone to actually make. Hey, Gorilla for Panic, thank you so very much for stopping by, and thank you for the bits through TNG. I appreciate you. And have a good night. And I hope I see you next time. I don't know when I'll be on next. I don't know if it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but I will be on at some point this weekend. But thanks again for popping in. And thanks again for being willing to watch me on stream as I just lose my mind trying to find this one slow Lego piece I need. I don't have anything in here. I'm gonna just dump this out. That will make everything so much easier to find, but it's not here. I'm not finding it. Where is it? It's not here. I am a little suspicious that Dudley's actually on it. Yeah, I can continue. Yeah, he was. He was. But that's okay. That's okay. As long as I found it, right? Oh, look at that chest. So I have a sneak peek of the animated emojis that Jedi Greg has designed so far. And one of them is of Charlotte, and one of them is of Dudley. And actually, you know, I think I could show you guys that as well. So let me show this first. Now these are still perspectives. These are not, you know, the official designs yet. But these are the sub badges that he's making, which is, if you guys don't know what that is. So I really love synthwave music and vaporwave aesthetics, which is all, you know, great stuff from the 80s. And this is basically the sun from like Sunset Overdrive, and you know it's actually a big part. You know, synthwave and vaporwave aesthetics, and so that's what I wanted for sub badges, and those look pretty cool. And let me go back here while I navigate to the other stuff, because I don't really want to show the messages between me and Jedi Greg. So this is Charlotte's sketch, and you're looking at that and you're like, why is her eye so weird? And it's because Charlotte, she does have an eye that is half blue and half green, where it's like it's started to change and then stopped, and then one of her eyes is brown, and then this is Luke Skywalker, who's my favorite, and that's me, and then that's Dudley. Does Dudley look so cute? He's so cute, and it really captures his eyes. Yeah, his designs has been really great. Bye, Panzer. Have a great night. So those will be coming at some point. So for all the subscribers that have been with me for a while and haven't had any real emotes, they're coming. They're coming. He's a really nice guy. Did I put these in wrong? No, I don't think I did. It's really hard to tell, actually. Harley thinks that these should be reversed. No, these are in right. Don't like how this looks though. And also I'll have a raid message too at some point. Speaking of raiding, I'll be raiding out in about 25 minutes or so. And if someone wants to guide the raid, I am always, well, at least not, I guess not always, but at least tonight I am welcome to suggestions to guide the raid. Although I prefer to keep it to smaller streamers, to give them the same exposure that I had when I was small, and well, I mean technically I'm still small, but okay, Billy, I think you're on tiny, buddy. Let's just get my laptop. Nope, not in there. Oh, Beauty, it's good to see about your water heater. So I take it that the cleanup process is going pretty well for you? And again, I'm really sorry that happened to you in the first place. I didn't have anything like that happen to me in a house, but I did have something like that happen to me in my garage. and I actually lost some stuff that I really didn't want to lose. This doesn't make any sense. Also, this is really fragile right now. And I keep losing it. Oh, well. Yep, this is definitely on there right. Okay, that does. That's better. Alright, got left and right pieces. Okay, here we go. I did have some stuff that was upside down. Oh, stay together, would you please? At the in Texas, we moved into a rental house, and it was just recently purchased by a guy that was a real estate agent, and he was renting stuff out. So he didn't really have a firm idea of what was wrong with any of the house at that point. And we also so when we moved to Texas for the first time, because of some stuff that had happened to me, unfortunately, we didn't really have enough money to go and look for a house to rent in Fort Worth when my wife and I were going down there for her medical school. So we just rented a house, or I should say, we just rented a duplex sight unseen. And sight unseen means you look at it on the internet and you're like, okay, well, that looks good enough, so let's go ahead and just put like a deposit on, and we just moved there. And so we loaded up our U-Haul and we drove down to Fort Worth from Kansas City. And then we as soon as we entered the neighborhood, we realized we had made a terrible mistake, because it was definitely the hood. And so we lived in like the hood for a while, and it wasn't for us, for some reason it wasn't too bad, but my neighbors had actually been burglarized at least once in the time that we lived there. No one tried to take our stuff, but they I guess they had a tendency to leave their doors open or unlocked for some reason, and so they had some things stolen from them a couple times. And I think it was around actually, I think this might go on the other side. Yeah, see, we rotated again. There's no mention of it. But about 8 or 9 months after we moved from that place, we were notified that the owner of the duplex had foreclosed. And Fannie Mae, who ended up, I guess, was the bank that owns the property, said, "You have 3 options here, guys. option one is you move within like a week, and we give you $700 for your moving expenses. Or you can move after in like 2 weeks, and we give you like $400 for your moving expenses. Or you can move in a month, and we give you nothing. And so we're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and try to see if we can move in a week. So we actually were able to find a place to move into within a week. And because it was so rushed, I don't think the owner of the property actually could do some of the things that were wrong with the place. So fast forward a couple months, and we go into the garage, and we can hear like water run, and you can see a bunch of water on the garage floor. And our garage at the time wasn't really used for cars. It was used for storage of, we had just a bunch of boxes that were in the garage that we, didn't really care about finding, proper homes for stuff. We just left it in the box after we moved, and, didn't really do anything with it at that point. And so what had happened is the hot water heater was in the garage, and someone had used a flexible sink hose for the hot water line, and you can't do that. You have to have actually, use like a tube for a hot water line, because what will eventually happen with like a mesh hose is it will degrade over time and just spring leak. So we lost a lot of like papers and photos and stuff like that, because our garage flooded out pretty good. And the owner did come out and fix it promptly, of course. And he was very apologetic about it, but yeah, we lost a lot of photos and papers that we probably would have preferred to have kept. And we also, since then, we've never used our garage for storage at any place we've lived at. We've always kept the garage clean and used it for cars. Okay, I need one more. We ended up living in that house the whole entire time we were in Texas, though, and it was so great. Like, we've been super lucky with some things in life, with just the timing of everything. And yeah, it was kind of bad. And in fact, when we did have to move, my wife was headed to Nicaragua or something like that for school. They were doing like a rural medicine mission for all intents and purposes in Nicaragua. So she's like, bye honey, hope you find a house and get moved in, because I'm gonna be away. No pressure or anything like that. It worked out great though. Alright, where are these pieces? Oh, here. These digs are considerably better than living in a duplex in the hood. My wife has certainly come a long way in the last 15 years. I really don't like it when these pieces don't have any supporting studs or anything like that below it. Like usually I like to stick at least a stud, like a 1x1 at a minimum, just to help give some support, but there's nothing directed in the instructions here for that, so we're just going to go with what we have. Very gently tapping. Oh, it fell off still. Yes, yes, I did hammer down there. Oh, man. It is just that. I just had those studs on here somewhere. Oh, that is so perfect. That's so cute. Oh man, I really wish I could get my wife to watch. She would love all of it. Yeah, perfect placement, Us. Perfect placement. Thank you, Us. This is so amazing. Oh, okay. Okay, guys. Oh no, RC, it's great, and thank you, RC, for that. Bongo Cat Uptown Funk. Okay, so I'm gonna go do this here, and then I'm gonna do this. Zoom out, slow down, and then I'm gonna see if I can give Thomas some treats here. Oh, this is yeah, that is Charlotte. So let's see if I can get this zoom out a little bit more. So that is Thomas. He's our third oldest cat, and he's from Texas. He's our only out-of-state kitty. And something that I'd like you guys, I just kind of want to point out. Hey, Canadian Blue, or Blue now. So Charlotte has not stirred, really. Oh, hey, oh, Dudley. Dudley, see, that was so mean, Dudley. See, did you guys see that? Dudley is an a-hole kitty. He really is. Which is why he gets locked up so often. That was uncalled for, uncalled for. But anyways, Charlotte, she just does so very well with the kitties. You know, she doesn't really bother them, and they don't really bother her very much. Charlotte, you are a good girl. You're the best girl, in fact, Charlotte. There is none better. And I even gave Dudley a couple extra treats, so Tommy could eat his in peace, and you guys saw what happened. I almost feel like that needs to be reversed. Nope, it does not. Fort. Speaking of forts, this just fell apart on me. Yeah, there is something wrong with. I think in this time it's Sammy Core and OBS are not talking to each other. So I'll get that back to RC. And I never got around to the bourbon, so I'll give that back. The bourbon and the scotch is packed in a box right now, which is why I haven't busted those out. Sorry about that, RC. I gave you your points back, and I just turned it off too. So I'll get it fixed. I will get it all fixed. Oh, I did drop a piece. But leave Tommy alone. Leave Tommy alone. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear him? He's gonna come around here in a second, I think. There's Charlotte. There's Dudley. Tommy. Oh, where you at? Oh, he's behind the desk. So let me rebuild this again for like the millionth time. So what I don't like is that he is actually hitting camera cords. Hi, Tommy. Poor Charlotte is just trying to keep the peace. Here we go. Here's Thomas. Thomas has no idea that he's on camera right now. Kathy, that is Tommy. Tommy has a very good voice. So if I angle my arm in just the right way, then he will he'll put both his front paws in the crook of my arm, and he'll just kind of look like. Oh, he's. Kathy, I just gave him 4 treats, and it was after that Dudley swiped at him. So I'm gonna just not give him any treats right now, and just kind of let him. I'm gonna let Dudley do, or I'm gonna let Thomas do what he wants to do. Just kind of sit here. And now there's danger, Will Robinson, danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger. So Tracy does come down here sometimes too, but Lily never does. Lily just kind of mostly hangs out and only comes down to eat, drink, and poop, and then she goes right back upstairs. Hi, Tommy. Hi, Tommy. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. There he goes. Oh, you can't really see him. Oh, now he's getting out of it. Like, Dad, stop moving. He's got to be. Let's see, we got him. He's 14 now. Tommy is. I mean, he looks pretty good for a 14-year-old cat. I know we have devolved. We've devolved from a Lego building stream to a kitten stream now. Oh no! There was a Tangia, I think. Oh, I thought I heard like a redeem or something, but it may have just been the music. Oh, there it is. What is that? That was a Robotech thing, right? But yeah, that's Tommy. So that's one of the reasons why I keep this door open, is so some of the cats that don't normally really come down to spend time with me spend time with me. And Tommy, when we have the bedroom door open at night, which rarely happens now because we like to actually sleep at night. Goodness gracious, this thing just not stick together long enough to actually do it. He will get on my. Oh, is it EB? Is EB coming? Anyways, he will get on my chest and just rub my chin with his face, just constantly. It does not make for a good night's sleep. All right, now will you please stop falling off? Hey, that kind of looks like Lily a little bit, actually. Hey, RC, thanks for the Tangia love, man. That's so nice of you. very kind. 10 minutes later, maybe I'll get this part done. I mean, it's just, this is getting a little ridiculous here. All right, let's try to actually get this done now. It's like this piece is too tight. There goes Dudley back on top of my pieces.
Due to compounding current events, my freaking limit has been exceeded.
Yeah, that's me right now, RC. That's me. Thank you, RC. I've never actually crashed out, as the kids say. To me, crashing out is falling asleep. But the kids call crashing out like getting mad. I don't think I've ever gotten mad at a build or a set while streaming, but I've come close. Hey Stephanie, how are you doing tonight? Oh, that went in such a bad place. Trying to play Operation here. Oh, I should do this overhead. So it fell, this piece fell right here. So I'm literally going to have to play Operation here to try to get this out. So welcome in, Stephanie. How are you doing tonight? I'm building this awesome design that's Alexandria picked out. There we go. There we go. We've made progress. It's all stable there now. Need one more. We can move on to step 122. And I'm going to be on for about 5 more minutes. And then I'm going to raid out. And then I'm going to start working on cleaning the house. So that I don't have to clean it all tomorrow. So the wife will come home to a nice clean house on Friday. So Stephanie, I think this is the first time that you've found my channel. So again, Stephanie, I'm Mac, and I build a variety of Lego sets on stream, and I do occasionally build some off-brand stuff too. At one point, I was streaming a RoboCop set until I couldn't find some pieces. But there's pretty much a large variety of sets I pulled out, and it's good to have you here. And how did you find me? Oh, Alexandria, I didn't know that was his specific, also the specific one he got. I didn't look at his vids necessarily. It was, I think I looked up like, believe it or not, I think I looked up something stupid like Lego hammer, and that was the first result. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll get that one too. Yeah, where are these pieces at? I suspect that Dudley is asleep on the pieces again. Yes, I did. Not there, there. They're not this pile here, which actually has significantly decreased in the past couple days. Oh, hey, maybe they're in here. Okay, they are in here. So I'm going to go ahead and snooze that. This will probably be the last step, actually, I do here. So those three are left. That's that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and call it there. Because Dudley's just well worth it's about quitting time anyways. And Dudley is just driving me bonkers by buying out my pieces.
Hold on. This whole operation was your idea.
Shoot. So my hand cams, they do not have Tangy on them yet, apparently. Sorry, RC. You can go ahead and send that one again.
Hold on. This whole operation was your idea.
Thank you, RC. So we are going to go ahead and call it now. So these little things on the side are just killing me. So this is the progress we've made so far. We have built it up a whole lot, actually. So it's gotten a lot more thick. And if I get, well, no, that's probably not going to happen. There's a chance I might build on this a little bit more, just so I can make it end in 3 streams and not have it like go to 4, because I don't want to go 4 streams on this. So I might build on this a little bit. Hey, Area 56 Bricks, I'm sorry, I'm actually about ready to call it tonight. And then we'll wrap this up for sure on the next stream, but I don't know when that will be. I'm gonna try to like update things, I guess, on like stories for Twitch somehow. I do post pretty regularly on YouTube, the community, or yeah, I guess it's the YouTube community, and then also my own Discord. So Friday night, it just depends on if the wife is tired and wants to stay home or if she wants to go out. Chances are she's gonna want to go out Friday night. So if I do stream, it'll probably be later that night, which is cool. I still need to do one more Mac unfiltered stream, and then Saturday we're going to a brew fest. and we'll probably be there probably about until closing time at 8. And I doubt I'll be in any condition to stream after that because gotta sample all the beers, right? And Sunday's football, so I imagine I'll probably make it on in between games, either after the Bears play or before. And then Monday I should be back to normal. Hey, this is this is Ready Player One. Hey, RC, man, thank you so very much for all the Tangia bits tonight. You are the best. I appreciate you so very much. Yeah, I do too love Ready Player One. It's pretty good. So on YouTube, we are going to go ahead and call it a night. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of the week. And I'll update you guys when I'm on next. You guys have a great night. Thanks for dealing with me as I sorted for pieces. Good night.